Good morning, dear children. Welcome back. I am Sithara, your social science teacher. In today's session, we are going to continue our discussion of Class 6, Term 1, Unit 1 in Geography, the Universe and Solar System. This is Part 3 of the videos. Come, children, let us learn. Dear children, before going into today's session, let us have a recap of what we did in the last sessions. We discussed about the solar system. We know that solar system came into existence by a collision, a massive explosion called as a Big Bang. Numerous stars and celestial bodies came into existence by that. These celestial bodies together are called as a universe or otherwise known as cosmos. So the study of universe is called as cosmology. The universe is a vast expanse of space. It consists of billions of galaxies, stars, planets, comets, asteroids, meteoroids, and natural satellites. And all these things are collectively called as a celestial body, which are very far away located from each other. A light year is a unit that is used to measure the distance between these celestial bodies. A galaxy is a huge cluster of stars which are held together by gravitational force. Most of the galaxies are scattered in space, but some remain in groups. The Milky Way galaxy was formed about 5 billion years after the Big Bang explosion. Our solar system is part of the Milky Way galaxy. The galaxies nearer to our Milky Way galaxy are Andromeda as well as Magellanic Clouds. The solar system is a gravitationally bound system which comprises of the Sun, the 8 planets, dwarf planets, satellites, comets, asteroids, and meteoroids. The Sun forms the center of the solar system. Each member of the solar system revolves around it. The Sun is made up of extremely hot gases like hydrogen and helium. The Sun is a star and it is self-luminous. The surface temperature of Sun is about 6000 degrees Celsius. It is a source of light and heat energy to the entire solar system. And sunlight takes about 8.3 minutes to reach the Earth. We also learned about the planets in the solar system. The word planet means wanderer. There are 8 planets in solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All the planets rotate anti-clockwise, that is from west to east, other than Venus and Uranus. The elliptical path in which the planets move around the Sun is known as orbits. The 4 planets nearer to the Sun are called as inner planets or terrestrial planets. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. The last 4 planets are called as outer planets or Jovian planets or gaseous giants. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You can find an asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. We also learned about the various planets. Mercury, which is the nearest planet to the Sun, is named after Roman deity Mercury, the messenger to the gods. It is an airless and waterless planet. It does not have atmosphere and hence it experiences extremes of temperatures. It doesn't have any natural satellites. You can view Mercury with your naked eye in the mornings as well as in the evenings. The Earth's twin is Venus because it is the same size as that of the Earth. It has no natural satellites. It is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. It is also visible in the mornings and evenings and it is frequently called as morning star and evening star. It is the brightest natural object after moon in the night sky. Earth is the 3rd planet from Sun and the 5th largest in the solar system, and it is called as blue planet or watery planet because 3/4 of Earth is covered by water. Earth is the only planet in solar system which is not named after any Greek or Roman deity. It is the only planet known to support life. It is possible because of the presence of land, air and water. The only natural satellite of Earth is Moon. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun and second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. It is named after the Roman god of war. It appears red in color due to the presence of iron oxide on its surface, and hence it is called as a red planet. It has got a very thin atmosphere and also has got polar ice caps like Earth. Mars has got two natural satellites, Phobos and Deimos. Many orbiters and rovers have been launched to explore this planet. Jupiter is the largest planet and the fifth planet from the Sun. It is named after the king of Roman gods. It is the third brightest object in the night sky after Moon and Venus. It is the fastest spinning planet in solar system. Its atmosphere is made up of hydrogen and helium like Sun and hence called as a gas giant planet. It has the largest number of natural satellites. Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto are a few of them. Saturn is the sixth planet and second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. It is named after Roman god of agriculture. It has got many rings. It has around 62 natural satellites around it. Titan is the largest one. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It is otherwise called as summer salting planet. It appears green due to the presence of methane gas. It is named after the Greek god of the sky. Its axis is tilted so much that it appears to orbit the Sun on its sides like a rolling ball. Uranus has 27 natural satellites. Titania is the largest one. Neptune is the eighth and the farthest planet from Sun. There are strong winds in this planet and it is named after the Roman god of sea. Neptune has 14 natural satellites, the largest being Triton. Dear children, in this session we will discuss about the dwarf planets and motions of Earth. Let me give you a small introduction about the dwarf planets. Dwarf is small. So what are dwarf planets? Dwarf planets are objects similar to the solar system's 8 planets, but they are very small. They are large, roundish objects that orbit the sun, but that has no moons. So children, dwarf planets are small celestial bodies found beyond the planet Neptune. So beyond planet Neptune, you can find small celestial bodies and we call them as dwarf planet. They are extremely cold and dark. Since they are far away from sun, they are very, very cold and dark. They are almost spherical in shape, but unlike planets, they can share their orbit with other dwarf planets. Unlike the planets which have its own path or orbit to go around the sun, this dwarf planet will share its path with others. The 5 dwarf planets of the solar system are Pluto, Ceres, Eris, Makemake and Haumea. I repeat, Pluto, Ceres, Eris, Makemake and Haumea. Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. Ceres, Ceres, Ceres. Eris, Eris, Eris. Makemake, Make, Make. Haumea, Haumea. You can see the picture of these dwarf planets there. Now let us learn about Moon, the Earth's natural satellite. Satellites, my dear children, are celestial objects which revolve around the planets. What are satellites? These are celestial objects or heavenly bodies that revolve around the planets. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. So moon is the only satellite of the Earth. It revolves around the Earth once in every 27 days and 8 hours. So it goes round the Earth in every 27 days and 8 hours. It takes about the same time for it to complete one rotation around its axis. So moon goes round the earth once in every 27 days and 8 hours. Same time it will complete one rotation. Moon has no atmosphere. There is no atmosphere in moon. The surface of moon is characterized by craters created by the impact of meteors. So you can see on the surface of the moon there are so many craters because it has got so many impact of meteors. Dear children, the distance between the moon and the earth is about 3,84,400 kilometers. What is the distance between moon and earth? 3,84,400 kilometers. The size of the moon is 1/4 of the earth. Moon's size is just 1/4 of the earth. The moon is the only celestial body where humans have landed. So far, it is the only celestial body where man has landed. Dear children, ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization, launched India's first ever moon mission, Chandrayaan 1, in 2008. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. With this, Armstrong became the first human to walk and speak on the moon's surface. Dear children, Apollo 11 was the first flight to send people to the moon, and it was done by NASA. It went up to space in 16 July 1969, carrying 3 astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. On 20th July 1969, Armstrong and Aldrin became the first humans to land on the moon, while Collins stayed in orbit around the moon. Now let us learn about asteroids. Asteroids are small solid objects that move around the sun. What are asteroids? They are small solid objects that move around the sun. They are found as a belt between Mars and Jupiter. I told you already, we can find asteroid belts between Mars and Jupiter. They are too small to be called as planets. They are also known as planetoids or minor planets. What is the other name for asteroid? Planetoids. Planetoids. Planetoids or minor planets. The 4 largest asteroids are Ceres, Vesta, Pallas, and Hygiea. Ceres, Ceres, Vesta, 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 Pallas, 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 and Hygiea, Hygiea, Hygiea. Now it is time for us to learn about the comets. Comets, comets. A comet is a celestial object made up of a head and a tail. It has got a head and a tail. The head of a comet consists of solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made up of gases. So the head is made up of solid particles which are held together by ice, and tail is made up of gases. Halley's Comet is the most famous comet which comes close to Earth every 76 years. So there is a comet and it is named as Halley's Comet. And the comet is named after the English astronomer Edmund Halley, who examined reports of a comet approaching the Earth in 1531, 1607 and 1682. So Halley's Comet is the most famous comet and it comes to close to the Earth every 76 years. It appeared in 1986 and will appear in 2061. So you can see the Halley's Comet in the year 2061. Now let us learn about meteors and meteorites. Meteor, Meteors, meteors. Meteorites, Meteorites, meteorites. A meteor is a stone-like or a metallic body. It is like a stone or a metal body. When entering into the Earth's atmosphere, most of them burn. So they burn off as they enter the Earth's atmosphere. As they often appear as streaks of light, you can see the picture there, streaks of light in the sky, they are also known as shooting stars. What is the other name for meteors? It is shooting stars. Why are they called so? Because they have a streak of light in the sky. The meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteorites. So the meteors which will enter the Earth's atmosphere, they start appearing like streaks of light, and if they are able to meet the surface of the earth, that is, if they are able to strike the surface of the earth, then they cause craters. We learned about that. Then we call the meteors as meteorites. The meteors that strike the surface of the earth are called as meteorites. Having learned about comets, meteors and meteorites, let us go through the motion of the earth, how the earth is moving. Dear children, have you noticed the sun in the morning, afternoon or evening? Have you noticed it? Yes, definitely, because when you go for PT or playtime, you watch the sun, isn't it? Is it in the same place throughout the day? Is it in the same place? No. It is seen in the east in the morning, overhead in the afternoon, and in the west in the evenings. So in the morning time, we all know that sun rises in the east. So we can find where sun is there, that direction is east. And in the afternoon, it is right above our head. And in the evenings, you can find it in towards the west. Have you ever thought of the reason behind it? Why do you think it is so? Let us learn how is it. This is because of the constant moving of the earth around the sun. The earth is going on moving around the sun, as well as it is moving on its own axis. It seems that the sun is moving. We feel that sun is moving, but it is not so. That is not true. This is similar to what you experience when you are traveling in a bus or a train. When you look out of the window, the trees, lampposts, and other objects seem to be moving. But actually, it is you who are moving. You are only moving. You are traveling in a bus. You can see the through the window. You watch the window. Through the window, you can see the trees are moving, the lampposts are moving. But actually, is it moving or are you moving? Yes, you are only moving, but it will appear as if the other things are moving. To understand the motions of the earth better, you need to be familiar with the shape and inclination of the earth. Inclination, Inclination. Inclination is the tilt of the earth. So, to understand how the earth is moving, we have to know the shape of the earth as well as the inclination or the tilt the earth has. Now let us see what is the shape and the inclination. The earth is spherical in shape. That is, the earth is like a sphere. You know, sphere is you're very familiar with the sphere, isn't it? Can you name an object that is sphere? Yes, that is a ball you play with. It rotates on its axis, which is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the center of the Earth. So we know that Earth is spherical in shape and it also rotates. It will go on spinning on its axis. And what is axis? Is there any stick going through the earth? No, it is an imaginary line. It is just an imagination that runs from the North Pole, from the top North Pole to the South Pole, passing through the center. The Earth's axis is always tilted or inclined from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 degree. The Earth's axis is always tilted or inclined from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 degree. So it is little bit tilted from the vertical by an angle by 23.5 degree. It is tilted. It makes an angle of 66.5 degree with the plane of the Earth's orbit. It will make the Earth's orbit is there, and with that it makes an angle of 66.5 degree. The axis is tilted from the vertical by an angle of 23.5 and it makes an angle of 66.5 with the plane of the Earth's orbit. The velocity of Earth's rotation varies from 1670 kilometers per hour at the equator to 845 kilometers per hour at 60° north and south latitudes and 0 at the poles. The velocity varies. It is 1670 kilometers per hour at the equator and 845 kilometers per hour at 60° north and south latitudes and 0. The velocity is 0 at the poles. Time to wind up today's session. Before winding up, let us have a small recap. We learned about dwarf planets. They are small celestial bodies found beyond the planet Neptune. And also about the motion of the Earth. We learned just the introduction part. Dear children, in the next session, we will discuss in detail about the motions of the Earth. Now, time for worksheet. Worksheet number 3. Roman number 1, fill in the blanks. Question number 1. Earth is inclined by dash degrees. Earth is inclined by dash degrees. Question number 2. Dash is India's first ever moon mission. Dash is India's first ever moon mission. Roman number 2. Answer the following. Question number 1. What is a comet? What is a comet? Question number 2. Write a short note on dwarf planets. Write a short note on dwarf planet. With that, we wind up today's session. Thank you for watching. You can always visit our YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you. Stay blessed.